Hello, welcome to the WorkZone 1.0 Alpha tutorial. In this video, I will instruct you on the various tools provided. WorkZone is a web application that allows anyone to work efficiently. We will start off with our first tool, called the work screen. The work screen gives you multiple creative opportunities. We can select this icon to open a menu. We can add our images, emojis, symbols, or whatever we need. I will select the phone icon, and it will be placed onto our screen. I can drag it to wherever I need it. I can rotate it, change the size of it, and do whatever I need to it to match my needs. I can select this nice picture, and I will set it to my background. We can also add these pictures to the screen, the same way we added our icon. I will click this icon to add a timer to our screen. The timer can be set up to 100 minutes, and will start counting down whenever I choose to start it. When the timer reaches 0, it will loop this sound until I choose to stop it. I can click the microphone icon to add a sound level meter. The small line will go up to the top whenever it gets loud in the room you are in. We can add some royalty-free music to our screen. All we have to do is pick a song title. I will pick Searching for a Shade by Alex Melodic. This small button will appear. We can press it to start or stop the song. It will also hide itself when I am not touching it. I could pick another song if I don't want to use this one. I can get rid of the button by unselecting the song. When you enable this clock, it shows the analog time and the digital time. You can set the time to military time 24-hour clock if you want to. This bar right here is a 3-vote poll. We can click these options to change each row for our poll. It is helpful for classrooms and gives students a decision to make. I will select an icon, and we can animate it with the animation feature. All we have to do is click this little guy up here, and we will select our image. We will have a small box appear, which will preview our animation before we are done. All we have to do to animate is click to add a keyframe, and it works similar to a connect the dots. I can change the speed of our animation. When we click this X, our image will become animated. Only one image can be animated per work screen. This small die icon will give us a random number picker. We can adjust the range of the number picker between 0 and 100. We can then click the roll button to give us a number within that range. I can click this camera to take a photo of what is on the screen. It will save as an CVG file, which is small and will work well in softwares and online communication. We can download our screen to the WorkZone file library, which is where files are stored in WorkZone. And if you want to hide your screen, you can click this icon. To start a screensaver, you can click anywhere to bring the screen back. Now, let's look at the canvas. There are many utensils to use in this tool. We can draw and color in many ways. I will select this paint brush to draw. You can select this paint bucket to make a large paint splatter appear. It is useful for filling in large parts of the canvas easily. And the eraser will erase anything we have added. This box will allow us to draw a nice square wherever we need one. Simply click and drag, and it will draw your square. This circle does the same thing, except, well, it's a circle. The ruler can be used to draw straight lines, with a small effect that makes it look hand-drawn. It can also be rotated by unselecting the current utensil. The spray paint can let us spray particles onto the canvas, similar to an actual spray paint can. Whenever you need to clear the canvas, instead of erasing everything, you can click the trash can, and it will reset everything. There are more things in the settings menu. Click the gear to toggle the settings menu. We can click this plus symbol to add some dots to the canvas. These dots will connect together like a connect the dots game. I will rearrange them into different positions to demonstrate their function. Now, when I click this connect button, all of the dots will connect and draw perfect lines between each. Perfect. I will fill in this gap right here. The dots can be deleted in bulk by clicking with your secondary mouse button. Or, you could use the and plus buttons in the settings panel. With this color wheel, we can select the print color. The brightness option below it changes the brightness of the color. On the bottom is a tiny preview of the color that will be used. Tip: you can flick your scroll wheel on this number to change the print size, so you don't have to use the minus and plus buttons. I can click this book to open the coloring book. Here, there are many backgrounds and stencils. I will select the flower. Now, we can color on it. I will select a background to go along with it. And then I'll add some finishing touches. Great! I easily created some simple art with the canvas tool. But that's not all. Clicking this stamp will bring up the stamp menu. You can select an emoji to stamp onto your drawing. You can change the size, the direction, and the brightness of the stamp. If you use auto, it will automatically change the brightness of the stamp, depending on where it is placed. Now, let me demonstrate the video player tool. When it is clicked, you must pick a video that is in the MP4 format. You can watch the video similar to your other favorite video platforms. Let's see it. Nice. There are many things you can do here. You can rewind or fast forward with these arrow buttons. Or, you can drag the timeline marker. This circle arrow resets the video to 0 seconds. And the volume of the video can be adjusted with this little speaker icon. The speed of the video can be toggled between 50% slow and 100% normal. This button on the left changes how the video loops. The I button hides the video when needed. Now, let's look at the graphing tool. This is the XY plane. We can graph using dots, which hold the data. To plot, we click the plot button, then we place our dot. Wherever we need it. When it is placed down, it will draw a line. We can click it to move it, rotate it, and fix it. Holding Shift during rotation will fix it to a direction multiple of 45. But holding Control, it will point towards a place on the graph, based on where your cursor is. Click Delete to delete a dot. The attached data will be deleted with it. There are more complex graphing options in the autoplot menu. We can graph sine, cosine, tangent, log, natural log, slope, and more super easily. When you select one, you have a few options. X is the frequency or strength of the setup, and amp is the amplitude of it. When you are completely done, click Confirm. When you place the dot, everything will be done for you. Autoplot is as easy as that. Now, you can change some other smaller aspects of the setup by just moving the dot. Let's try graphing a line based off of the equation y equals mx plus b, which is slope-intercept form. Simply define m, slope, and b, y-intercept, then click Confirm. Note, I set b to negative, so the y-intercept will be -12. There we go, a nice slope-intercept line, done in 3 steps. If you plan on doing a dotted graph, you can simply select No Data, and you can place a raw, unmodified dot with no attached data. And this is the perfect time to show how the copy button works. Awesome! We now have control over some basics of graphing. Inequalities will be added in version 1.0.0. Let's select a line data graph type. In this one, we simply collect data and graph it one x position at a time. We can change the color of the lines by selecting the color option at the bottom. Oh, and if you need to learn more about graphing, each graphing mode has a help button that briefly teaches you how to graph. Selecting the y-intercept button allows us to change the y-intercept of the starting dot at x0. Deleting a dot will move each next one to the left to fill in. Now, let's try bar graph mode. In this mode, you can adjust the value of each bar. Simply click a column to set the bar height. You can have up to 32 bars at a time, and as low as 3. If you don't like how all the colors are scrambled, simply select a color, and click Set Color, then select the bar that you want to change the color of. Nice! And of course, this one also has a help page if you need more explanations. I will download this graph so I can demonstrate the work zone file library next. But for now, I will show how to add labels to the graph. Labels can also be added in line data mode too. You can select one of many labels for each axis. For this graph, I will select time in seconds, and distance in feet. Okay, let's look at the file library now. Whenever you save something, it will appear here. Your files are encrypted and protected to keep your files from being used by other people. You can click a file number to view its options. An icon will appear to show which tool the file is for. The version I am running right now currently does not have the ability to load files. I will keep you updated on the work zone itch page. TuneBit is a music design studio for non-composers. It is a separate app and is available on itch for TuneBit WZ edition. The metronome tool is a simple metronome for music players like myself. It has a tap tempo function and adjustable beats or measure. As you can see, there are many audio and visual cues. This makes the metronome easier for the user. To use the tap tempo function, click the tap button to the beat of a song. The tempo will change according to how the button is tapped. Music in a swing might not be correct. And that is the metronome. Isn't that easy? Let's look at the color picker. Click the color wheel to open your device's color picker. Your color picker may look different from mine, but that is okay. You can click this hash to manually enter a hex color value and see what color it is. Hashtag FFFFFF is white. FF0000 is red. We can copy the color's hex value to our clipboard if we need to use it for anything. On some devices, the color picker may have issues rendering. If it does, simply click the refresh button. If you need some more help, don't worry, WorkZone has a dedicated help section on the home screen. From here, select the tool you need help with, then read about everything it has to tell you. The video player page, for example, tells you about all of the crucial information you'll need to know. WorkZone also has a large settings menu. If you need to change anything, you'll probably find it here. Quality is your screen quality. HD vectors is how WorkZone renders interfaces. HD line drawing changes how the color picker is rendered and how the canvas draws things. Special graph detail changes how autoplot lines are rendered. Default settings are the most recommended. All WorkZone credits are available from the home page too. And that is it for WorkZone from v0.6 to v1.0. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned how to use my awesome app. WorkZone really is a lifesaver sometimes, especially as a high school student. If you have suggestions, questions, comments, thoughts, or criticism, please let me know. I always look forward to everyone's ideas. WorkZone can be installed for free at iMakeStuffSC.itch.io/work-zone. Or you can run the latest version in the page for easier access. This video was made on WZ v1.0, so content seen in this video may differ in newer versions. The help page is there for that reason. Goodbye.